Hi, Hiram here. Yesterday I did a test for my low power Trangia simmer ideas. I did one where I used a flat washer and a rolled up piece of carbon felt down in the Trangia burner. It's kind of like a variation of wall hikers putting carbon felt inside the Trangia burner. But I'm doing this mostly for to be able to do a low power simmer. It didn't work so hot. Just the way it sets, it only lasted about 7.5 minutes before fumes and flames started leaking out of the bottom of the simmer ring. So then I put the Trangia in a pan of water so that it would keep it a little bit on the cool side. Well, that brought the time down to about, or up rather, to about 30 minutes. But it still leaked then. So what I was thinking of last night was maybe if I protect this surface from the thermal feedback from the bottom of the pot, you know, as the flames come up and hit this, the heat actually bounces down to the Trangia, heating it up, which then makes more vapor, which tries to force its way out. So I thought maybe if I got something where I protected the flame. First I thought maybe an upside down tuna can, so that it would be like that. Nice. I mean, it protects the whole thing except for where the flames come out. But the problem is it won't work on this. It would work alright if you were just setting the Trangia on the ground somewhere and had another pot stander on it, but it just didn't work. So I took another can top, punched another hole in it, and I'll just place it on top like this. That way, hopefully, the heat will be bounced back away from the Trangia to make like shade for I guess a better term, to shade it from the heat. Now this morning, I got an email, or a message rather, from John over at Flat Cat Gear. He suggested making a carbon felt shield to reduce the impact. This is the piece of carbon felt I used the other day in that angel food pan dry baking. So what he's saying is have something like this on the top. But good idea, I think, but I'm going to try the metal first, and then if it still needs insulation, I'll go to that. So let me heat this, or start this up. There we go. Let me get camera 2 going here. Okay, one other thing. People were questioning me why I was using an empty frying pan to test this with instead of a pot of boiling water. Well, the water itself will drag heat away from this and keep everything cool. And then it won't actually react this way until the water is hot, which adds more time onto the test. So I'm just using a plain empty frying pan in hopes that this will speed the test up somewhat. So let me put that on there like that. Okay, I'll go to camera 2. Okay, we're now 40 minutes into the test. Still no leaks, but I think I'm going to call the test here. Hopefully you can see that it looks like it's a much wider flame than what it was before. And now it's doing that little traveling bit going from left to right. Maybe I should have put that lid on the other way. There's a lip there and it might be cutting down the air and starving the flames, so it's making them go wide to try to get to air. But that's 40 minutes. The last test only worked about 30 before the vapor started leaking out underneath the simmer ring and lighting. Okay, so let me go to camera 2. So this is the setup. Now the thing is, this frying pan sitting on here on these flames, even though they're wider, I'm getting a temperature of about 206 degrees Fahrenheit, about 207. Depends on where I point this. It goes to 201, 208, 212. And about 209. So that's not super hot. That's kind of amazing. Let me just take this off. Yeah, see this lid, I have it, let me turn off camera 2. Maybe the lid should have been turned the other way. There's a lip on it, so it's cutting down the amount of space for the air to come in. See, now it's nice and narrow, just point to it. But anyway, so that's over 40 minutes without leaking. This might be the thing to do. What I might do now is another test where I take the burner and put the burner on the table to give me a little more space between the top of the burner to the bottom of the pot. I'm lucky now if I have like a ½ inch there. So maybe we're on a roll here. Maybe this is an idea that might pan out. So I thank you for watching. I look forward to your input, questions, remarks, helpful suggestions, just like what I got from John about using maybe carbon felt, use it as an insulator underneath this. But anyway, I look forward to your input. So, as always, watch for my buddy Max, and thanks for watching. Bye now.